time for the Susan Taylor Podcast, where we discuss the yoga of mind, medicine, and healing. Author of Feeling Good Matters, Sexual Radiance, and the Vital Energy Program, Dr. Taylor imparts authentic knowledge and practical tools that inspire, educate, and empower us to be a healing force for positive change. So join us and take your life and our planet to the next level.
Hello and welcome to Podcast 67, Vital Energy, How to Get It and Keep It. But did you ever find yourself in the mid-afternoon with low energy, feeling a bit exhausted from your tank being on empty? And in addition, your enthusiasm and drive has totally diminished. In today's episode, I'd like to discuss what is vital energy, why do we need to understand it, and the 7 habits to refuel your energy. So when you're feeling that energy drain, do you go for that quick fix of a snack or a sugar or a caffeine drink, even a candy bar or espresso, and maybe provide enough juice? It would give you enough juice that you can make it through the rest of the day. Have you ever found yourself in that situation? Maybe, maybe not. And you know, even though you're doing that, that approach is going to often result in a crash. It's short-lived, imbalanced energy spike that you get, and then you get jitters sometimes that are brought on by overstimulating the nervous system. The good news is that you can build your vital energy reserves and get the same results that you got with that jolt of what I used to call rocket fuel, and by using a more holistic mind-body approach. Long before society became largely motivated by convenience, traditional wisdom cultures practiced methods for creating, harnessing, and actually maintaining vital energy within the body using simple and natural remedies. These practices leveraged a deep understanding of what the body needs to stay in really a state of optimal health and balance. Fortunately, these methods are very simple, effective, and as relevant now as they were hundreds and thousands of years ago. Let's explore some of these practices and see how you can incorporate them into your daily routine. But first, I'd like to talk about what is vital energy. I'm going to end with the practices for those that are listening and want to know when that's going to happen. But I'd first like to talk about what is vital energy. Keep in mind that our vital energy, or it's called the life force energy, you sometimes see it referred to, it animates our physical form and flows through within all around us. It's known in every wisdom lineage, Aka to the Egyptians, Pran to the Indian culture, Ki to the Chinese. And it's that vital force that gives us life. And when it's directed with conscious intent, brings us to a deeper meaning in our lives. When this vital energy or pranic field, I'd like to call it, is on point, we often feel like we're in the flow. We become synchronistic with our environment, with our breath, with everything is just synchronized. And it really helps us because when we're faced with any kind of challenge, we have that resilience. That resilience comes from synchronicity. We feel lifted from that energy that's there. We don't get support, we don't feel that drain that happens, and we feel supported. Our whole body, mind complex and spirit complex are just really together at that point. And that's our life force. And there's a lot of focus on creating a higher vibration, and that's the sign, that higher level of oscillation, as we would say, vibratory quality, comes from focusing that vital energy. And when we focus that, we actually elevate that vital energy or our life force, and we get into that state of pure joy. Simply put, the flow of our pranic energy or vital energy feels good and naturally draws us to life's purpose and joy. Why does vital energy matter? Well, the Chinese practice of acupuncture is primarily intended to move the energy that's stuck. The Ayurvedics use marma therapy to open the energy channels. Why would a practice that existed for thousands of years exist for that long if it wasn't effective? Those subtle ancient medical practices actually recognize the free flow of pranic energy or vital energy, and that being our essence for life itself, for health, happiness, joy. And it was practice in precise sciences to help the energy move spontaneously through the human body. Remember, if no life force is present, the body will become inert, slowly fading to the moment of death. And that's what death is. Because it's at death, that's the fact when our life force ceases and our soul is freed from the human body. When we work with positive energy, positive affirmations or manifestations, it's crucial that our life force match the sincerity with our intentions. So whatever we're feeling in the deepest level of our intention is what's manifested in our vital energy field. You know, if you do prayer without a heart-centered intention or connection, it's not going to have the same effect as if you're working from that intention and connection at that level. You know, pause for a moment and take a look at the world around. Around us right now, most people are not feeling that great. In fact, most of the people feel a bit miserable. Their jobs don't have any meaning for them. They have stress to pay the bills, and they're relying now on drugs, both pharmaceutical and recreational, to escape this mundaneness of their life. And as life force fades away, we feel lethargic, depressed, even dispassionate about our very existence. And this is a grim reality, but one that we have to really stay cognizant of unless we really want to go down that road. But if we do become aware of that and we seek the change for spiritual transformation, then it's not something that's going to really bother us because we're going to be moving down that path to creating the vitality that we need. We're going to create the habits in our life to do that. The potential for change lies completely with us, not someone else. There's no need to fret or panic. To work in the conscious cooperation with this vital energy force is our most sure gift. We have the ability to do that because it will illuminate new possibilities and bring vitality to us. Now I'll turn to some practices that we can cultivate on our path towards vitality. I came up with 7, even though there's many more, but the reason why I didn't put the many more there, because unless we have the basic foundation for these practices, it's hard then to go into compassion. Yes, we all need to be compassionate, but not if our body and our mind is not healthy. So we're going to work from the ground up, and I could always continue with another podcast on the other aspects of vital energy. But for now, I'm going to work with the 7 fundamental practices. One is to move your body. You know, your body's designed to move and be active. You've heard me say that in the last few podcasts. You're meant to walk, run, bend, twist, extend, jump, squat, do all of these things with the body. It's only been in recent history that people have become more and more sedentary. Spending large portions of the day sitting not only contributes to serious health conditions, but it robs you of your energy. One of the surest and fastest ways to increase your vital energy is to simply get up and move, no matter what activity you choose. Walking, calisthenics, dancing, body weight exercises, you could even jog, riding a bike, yoga sequence. Your energy levels will increase even with the slightest amount of physical energy. As you get up and move, right, your heart will pump faster, you recirculate the blood, everything seems to start functioning for you because the body wants to be in a state of balance, and it will work. The whole body-mind complex works in a positive direction if it's nurtured and nourished. The second is to be in nature and get outdoors. For many, the workplace is very controlled, confined, and artificial environment. We have fluorescent lighting, air conditioning, cramped cubicles. Even colors are not that great in so many offices. These conditions can affect your mood, but they could also deplete your vital energy reserves. The ancient wisdom traditions knew little of this kind of lifestyle that we're in now. You know, our ancestors spent a large portion of their time outdoors embracing nature. So get outside and watch your mood and vitality increase, because being outside exposes you to boundless energy in the natural world. The colors, even brought in through the eyesight, and the sounds through the ears uplift the vital energy field. Feeling the sun on your face will draw in vital energy. And those, as I said, the colors, the greens, the blues, the reds will be absorbed within the visual field, increasing your vitality and your vital energy. Even if it's just a quick 5 to 7 minute walk, stretch, even a pranayama when we work with breath, that will really, really help you when you're out in the natural world. The third is to perform self-massage. Your skin, rather than being a static boundary to the inner and external world, is dynamic two-way. It's nerve-rich and it's sensitive to the environment. So it sends messages about your surrounding and what's going on. You know, sometimes I cringe when I think people put these lotions on, but they don't look at what is in that lotion. Your skin absorbs that. You're feeding your whole organism through your skin. You got to be very careful. If you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin, I always say. Be very, very careful of that, because the skin is a very, very nourishing, nerve-rich environment for your whole being. It's your doorway to the outer world. It serves also the gateway to our inner pharmacy, that when it's activated, it can release the hidden stores of energy and vitality. That's why I suggest do a self-massage. That's how we awaken it. We awaken our energy through a self-massage. And it's, you can do it with herbal oils. I use it with herbal oils. And you can, you have to be careful because it will stain your clothes. So you might want to do it right before you get in the shower. Do that massage, and then let the hot water bring the nourishment into the body itself. It's a real nice way to start nourishing your whole body, and your skin for that matter. The fourth is establish diaphragmatic breathing over and over again. I don't sway from that. Breath is our connection to the source of life within the world. Conscious breath allows our energy to be experienced directly. When we take a deep breath, I don't usually use the word deep breath because people then engage their chest, but a deep breath with the diaphragm, into your body, the unconscious feelings and thoughts are shifted. Everything shifts for you. And that transformation gives that stagnant energy some momentum to get up and out and get you ready to go. When you breathe deeply using the diaphragm, you use the lungs to their full capacity. You take approximately 5,000 milliliters of air in every inhalation. And by comparison, shallow breathing using the chest draws only 500 milliliters. So just on a physical level, you could imagine the oxygen exchange that takes place. But also in the subtle level, the pranic field, the vital energy, the ki, any of those terms we want to use also comes along. It's not breath, but it comes along with breath, and that will animate you and you'll have more vitality. The fifth is to eat foods with high vibrations. As living beings, it only makes sense to eat foods that are fresh, organic, and alive, grown in very nutrient-rich soil. Remember, soil is the key because of the pathways that are in there. They help with our gut microbiome. Also, food has vibration. Plants have vibration. Animal products have a vibration, but it doesn't have the same vibration as a living entity. So be very mindful of that. Be careful on what you choose to put in your body, because that vibration gets transformed into your consciousness. And it takes about 40 days for the full digestion to take place. And I'm talking about in a very subtle way. Some of you have taken my nutrition classes, know what I'm speaking about. So for those that haven't taken it, I'm talking about the subtle vibration that food has gets stored in our consciousness. That's why sometimes when we eat products that haven't been treated correctly, we may experience nightmares because of maybe the harmful or the violent way the food was prepared for us. But if food is prepared in a very loving, what we call sattvic way, that's going to be transformed or transferred into the mind field in a loving, compassionate way. Keep it in mind, as I tell people, keep a diary and see what foods you eat and how it reflects to your moods. The sixth is to listen to nourishing music or nourishing sounds. That means sound has vibrational quality. If you're listening to very harsh sounds, that's going to produce harshness in your psyche. That's why when you go to an airport and all the TVs are going and all this noise is all around, it can be very shocking to the system unless you know how to block that out. But if you had soft, serene music playing, everyone would be behaving differently. And they've done tons of studies on that. They've done studies on that where they did it with kids in school, I remember way back. The kind of music that they listen to will affect their behavior. But somehow we tend to ignore all of these things and it just goes by the wayside. But for yourself, when you can harness the power of sound and give yourself that needed boost whenever you find yourself, just be aware of what type of sound that you're choosing. So choose a mood that will catch your attention, but also will nourish the inner vibratory quality of yourself. And last but not least, and I save that because it's one that requires practice and a systematic, precise practice for that matter, is meditation. The full gift that we can give ourselves is meditation, to attend to ourselves, being fully present in a quiet place within. And you can invite that life force or that vital energy to join forces with who you are. You know, living the path of vital energy is our greatest boon right now, and never has it been more prevalent on Earth. So we need to honor that vital energy, amplify our ki, our pran, our chi, whatever we want to say, in doing our work in a more loving and conscious manner. We can reshape our destiny and the destiny of the planet. Beyond it, it's the right thing to do right now, and it feels too good to ignore. But always keep in mind, it's the divine flow. It's that vital energy that we want to just flow through. There are many more, but for the purpose, as I said, of this podcast, I decided to include the 7 foundations that I thought were foundation. So the next time you're low on gas, take 4 to 5 minutes and give yourself a vigorous mini massage. Boost that energy, and hopefully it'll entice you to make it a regular part of your day. So the next time you find yourself in that mind-body energy deficit, just try any of those remedies, and it'll give you the boost that you're looking for. And that brings me to the end of this episode. As just a reminder, again, I'm saying it a few times, it's the first time in over a year we're going to take 2 weeks. We're going to be on retreat in India, and when I come back, we'll be talking again about some new things. We'll be talking about vital energy. We'll talk about the Healing Force Facebook group that we're going to have going, and we're going to be talking about all new courses from resilience training to vital energy to some diet and nutrition classes. So until next time, do your research. Any questions or comments, just let me know. And contact us at susantaylor.org if you have any questions or comments or feedback. And thank you again for listening. And until next time, remain calm, consciously aware, living in the moment.